Freeze. Listen carefully. There is a serious issue happening behind your back. Your mother is crying when you can't see her. She's not just sad, she's carrying a heavy burden that she never wants you to discover. I've uncovered something shocking about your family. Your mother's tears tell a story she's been hiding from you for years. What you're about to learn will change how you see her forever. Watch for the clues: her voice that sometimes shakes, those long bathroom breaks, the red eyes she blames on allergies, the fake smiles that appear too quickly when you walk in. These aren't accidents, they're glimpses of what she desperately hides from you. This message reaches you now because you're finally ready to handle a truth most children never discover. Your life journey has prepared you for this exact moment. When you can finally see what your mother has hidden in plain sight. Remember last Thanksgiving when she suddenly needed to check the oven after that phone call? Or when she changed the subject when you mentioned grandma? Those times she got something in her eye during that TV show? These weren't coincidences, they were cracks in her carefully built wall. Her pain has reached dangerous levels. Without action now, a permanent gap will grow between you. The fake smiles will increase. The real conversations will disappear. The chance to truly know each other will vanish forever. Facing this truth will feel like walking through fire. Everything you thought about your family will be questioned. Stories you've believed for years will unravel. But the authentic relationship waiting on the other side is worth every uncomfortable moment. This narrow window for healing is closing fast. Act now and transform your relationship forever. Wait too long and watch as she builds her walls even higher, taking her real feelings to the grave. Deep in your heart, you already know something's wrong. That nagging feeling when you see her staring into space isn't your imagination. It's your instinct trying to warn you. Hit that like button right now to unlock the family secret. This one simple action breaks the invisible barrier between what you see and what your mother actually feels. Do it fast before she hides her true feelings again. Thousands of others have already taken this step and report shocking discoveries about their mothers. They thought they knew their families until this revelation changed everything. Now it's your turn to join them. Type "Mom, I see you" in the comments if you're brave enough to hear what she's never dared tell you. She's kept these feelings locked away, thinking they would hurt you. The moment you type these words, the truth about your mother will suddenly become crystal clear. Warning: this is no ordinary family insight. What you learn in the next few minutes could heal a lifetime of hidden hurt. But you must act immediately. This rare chance for understanding won't wait while you decide. The proof has been right in front of you all along. Your mother leaves clues everywhere, you just haven't connected them yet. Remember last week when she laughed at that TV show but stopped the moment she thought you looked away? Or when she got that text during dinner and suddenly needed to check something in the kitchen? What about those mysterious phone calls that always happen when you're not home? These aren't coincidences, they're desperate attempts to keep her real feelings hidden from you. Type "Now I see it" in the comments as the blindfold comes off. Your mother speaks a secret language of pain through subtle signals: shopping trips that happen right after family arguments, headaches that only appear when certain topics come up, drawers she never wants you to open. Look closer at family gatherings. Notice how she volunteers for kitchen duty during emotional conversations? How she redirects attention away from herself? How she keeps her hands busy when difficult subjects arise? She's created an entire system of distraction to keep you from seeing her tears. Your mother has mastered the art of the quick recovery, that split second when her true feelings show before she slams the mask back in place. The bathroom breaks that last too long. The sudden interest in gardening after difficult phone calls. The way she turns away when you ask about her childhood. Your sixth sense has been trying to alert you. That strange feeling when she says she's fine isn't your imagination. It's your deep connection to her detecting the gap between her words and her truth. Your mother's hidden tears follow a secret calendar you've completely missed. Her suffering runs on a schedule tied to dates that mean nothing to you but everything to her. Did you ever wonder why she gets migraines every April? Or why she suddenly needs to visit friends on certain weekends? Have you noticed how she finds reasons to be busy during specific holidays? These aren't random patterns, they're tied to emotional anniversaries she never discusses. Type "I see her calendar" in the comments to reveal the hidden timeline of your mother's pain. Every woman carries dates burned into her heart: lost opportunities, broken dreams, painful memories that resurface like clockwork year after year. Watch her carefully during family birthdays. The way she disappears to get the cake ready. How she insists on taking photos instead of being in them. The stories she tells about everyone except herself. She's created clever systems to hide when certain dates trigger her deepest hurts. Her emotional calendar contains invisible seasons. Sometimes her winter comes in June. Sometimes her darkest night happens during summer vacations. The anniversaries that devastate her most aren't marked on any family calendar. The heartbreak pattern repeats year after year. That week she always seems to clean obsessively? The day she suddenly needs to reorganize old photos? The annual tradition she insists on that seems to exhaust her? These are her private memorials to losses you know nothing about. This revelation comes to you now because the hidden calendar has reached a critical date, one that threatens to break her completely if action isn't taken. Sacred family truth emerges with crystal clarity. Your mother carries extraordinary emotional burdens, some obvious, others hidden even from herself. These feelings shape her actions and reactions in ways neither of you fully recognize. Compassionate understanding reveals your mother's concealed pain. Perhaps fears about your well-being, worries about family stability, or regrets about personal sacrifices manifest in subtle behaviors. Maybe her own unmet needs create tension she tries to hide. Possibly her concern about burdening you prevents honest expression. Type, I honor her feelings, as family wisdom shows what your mother cannot express directly. Her protective instinct, nurturing nature, or sense of responsibility created patterns of emotional suppression that now cause her private suffering. Through emotional insight, her hidden struggles become clear. She didn't develop these patterns randomly. Life experiences taught her to prioritize others' needs while minimizing expression of her own pain. Living compassion flows through conscious recognition. As you acknowledge these hidden emotions, healing potential expands. Compassionate wisdom helps you approach these sensitive areas with care rather than accusation. Perfect understanding illuminates maternal sacrifice. Challenges your mother faced often went unacknowledged as she maintained family stability. Your awareness creates opportunity to validate what she thought must remain invisible. Beyond surface behaviors, emotional complexity emerges now. Feelings that seemed under control might suddenly overwhelm her as life changes occur. Perfect timing ensures these revelations emerge when support becomes possible. Each hidden emotion served a protective purpose while creating unintended distance. Understanding becomes not judgment but compassionate recognition of her complete experience. Cosmic vision penetrates family history now, revealing truths about your maternal lineage that transcend your immediate relationship. What emerges is a pattern of emotional suppression far more extensive than one relationship could explain. Your mother learned to hide her feelings from her own mother, who learned it from hers, creating an inheritance of unexpressed emotion. Sacred understanding illuminates generational inheritance patterns that explain your family's communication style. Those unexplained emotional reactions weren't personal dysfunction. That difficulty expressing certain feelings. The immediate discomfort when emotions intensify. All these experiences reflect family patterns activating from your extended maternal line. Type, I see our history, as family wisdom reveals the full scope of your emotional inheritance. Beyond individual choices, your relationship connects to specific maternal patterns, communication styles, and emotional management approaches that you carry in your cellular memory. This explains why certain interactions feel familiar despite never being taught. Through compassionate sight, your connection to maternal history becomes clear. Perhaps you've noticed how your grandmother showed the same emotional patterns. Maybe old family stories reveal similar relationship dynamics from earlier generations. Possibly family photographs capture the same masked expressions across different eras. These similarities reflect your family's emotional inheritance. Living truth explains your intuitive understanding of unspoken rules. Some families carry implicit agreements about which emotions can be expressed openly. Others maintain traditions of protecting children from parental distress. Many contain unwritten codes about maintaining appearances regardless of internal reality. Your specific family culture reveals which emotional patterns flow most strongly through your maternal line. Divine insight reveals how your actions unintentionally impact your mother's hidden emotions. This understanding isn't about blame but awareness that creates potential healing. Sacred wisdom shows moments of unconscious hurt. Perhaps through dismissing concerns she raised. Maybe through rejecting advice offered from love. Possibly through normal independence that she misinterpreted as rejection. These interactions triggered deeper wounds you couldn't see. Type, I accept my part, as family understanding reveals impact patterns. Some comments land harder than intended. Certain life choices create unspoken worry. Many normal behaviors trigger unexpected emotional responses based on her own history. Through compassionate perception, interaction effects emerge clearly. The casual remarks that connected to her deeper insecurities. The missed calls that activated abandonment fears. The life decisions that conflicted with her unspoken dreams for you. These weren't deliberate hurts but unintended impacts on pre-existing sensitivities. Living wisdom explains emotional ripple effects. Your development stages naturally created challenging transitions for her. First day of school separations. Teenage independence assertions. Adult life decisions. Each normal growth step created necessary but painful adjustments in her identity and purpose. Perfect understanding illuminates unintended consequences. Your healthy boundaries sometimes feel like rejection to her. Your self-sufficiency sometimes renders her unnecessary. Your happiness sometimes highlights her sacrifices. These emotional paradoxes exist without either person creating them deliberately. Beyond conscious intention, relationship dynamics create emotional responses. Patterns established in your earliest interactions continue influencing current reactions, creating responses that may seem disproportionate without historical context. Cosmic revelation shows your impact without condemning your normal development. Understanding creates opportunity for mindful choices rather than guilt about past actions. Divine wisdom reveals desires your mother cannot express. Understanding her unspoken wishes creates pathways for deeper connection without either person needing to articulate what remains difficult to say. Sacred insight shows hidden hopes she carries. Perhaps for more regular connection despite busy schedules. Maybe for acknowledgement of sacrifices made without complaint. Possibly for permission to share her authentic struggles without feeling burdensome. These wishes remain unexpressed through habit or fear. To type, I hear her wishes, as family understanding reveals unspoken desires. Simple presence without distraction. Conversations that include her inner experience. Recognition of her identity. Beyond maternal roles. These modest hopes often go unfulfilled because they remain unspoken. Through compassionate perception, her deepest wishes emerge clearly. Not grand gestures but consistent small acknowledgments. Not perfect understanding but genuine interest in her perspective. Not problem-solving but emotional witnessing. These relationship qualities matter more than material expressions. Living wisdom explains why expression remains difficult. Generational patterns taught emotional containment. Concern about burdening you limits her honesty. Habit maintains established interaction patterns despite their inadequacy. These barriers prevent direct communication about what matters most. Perfect understanding illuminates silent expectations. Hopes that holiday traditions continue. Desires that family connections remain priority despite geographic distance. Wishes that her relevance in your life doesn't diminish with time. These natural desires often go unexpressed through fear of seeming demanding. Beyond specific requests, emotional needs emerge. Connection that allows authenticity. Relationship that acknowledges her complete personhood. Interactions that validate her continued importance in your life. These fundamental needs transcend specific actions or requests. Sacred wisdom reveals accessible healing pathways. These approaches create space for transformation without requiring dramatic confrontations or uncomfortable emotional discussions neither of you feels equipped to navigate. Divine understanding shows simple connection. Methods. Perhaps regular brief check-ins rather than occasional extended visits. Maybe shared activities that allow natural conversation to emerge. Possibly new communication channels better suited to your different styles. These approaches create safety. For gradual openness, type, I begin healing now, as family wisdom reveals conversation starters. Questions that invite reflection without interrogation. Topics that access positive memories before addressing difficulties. Approaches that acknowledge emotion without demanding immediate resolution. These communication tools build bridges gradually. Through compassionate insight, healing moments emerge naturally. Morning coffee conversations without distractions. Car ride discussions where eye contact isn't required. Side-by-side activities that reduce confrontational feeling. These contexts create safety for authentic exchange. Living wisdom shows progressive healing steps. Beginning with acknowledging observed patterns without accusation. Moving toward validating feelings without trying to fix them. eventually creating space for mutual vulnerability as trust rebuilds. These sequential approaches prevent overwhelming either person. Perfect understanding illuminates timing importance. Some conversations require preparation. Certain topics need multiple brief discussions rather than one intensive session. Many healing moments happen spontaneously when artificial pressure is removed. These natural rhythms honor both people's emotional capacity. Beyond structured approaches, healing presence matters most. Being fully available during interactions. Listening without preparing responses. Withholding judgment about emotional expression. These qualities create containers where authentic connection becomes possible despite historical patterns. Divine insight reveals dimensions of your mother beyond the maternal role. Seeing her complete humanity creates foundation for authentic relationship that honors her entire being rather than just her function in your life. Sacred wisdom shows her pre-mother identity. Dreams and ambitions that existed before your birth. Talents and interests that parenthood may have sidelined. Personality traits that caregiving responsibilities might have obscured. These aspects remain essential to her complete self. Type, I see her completeness as family understanding reveals her multidimensional nature. Professional capabilities beyond family contributions. Creative expression separate from nurturing activities. Intellectual interests independent of household management. These dimensions create her whole personhood. Through compassionate perception, her journey emerges clearly. Life transitions that shaped her worldview. Historical events that influenced her values. Personal experiences that created her unique perspective. These formative elements explain behaviors and choices that might otherwise seem arbitrary. Living wisdom explains aspects she rarely shows. Fears developed through difficult experiences. Hopes maintained despite disappointments. Values formed through life lessons. These internal realities influence interactions without being explicitly shared. Perfect understanding illuminates her continued growth. New interests developing in current life stages. Evolving perspectives on earlier beliefs. Changing priorities as life circumstances shift. These ongoing developments reveal her continuing journey separate from her relationship with you. Beyond maternal identity, her essential self contains multitudes. Friendship capacities rarely accessed in parent-child dynamics. Wisdom earned through experiences never shared with you. Humor and lightness often set aside during parental responsibility. These qualities await discovery through refreshed perception. Family insight reveals relationship evolution potential. Moving beyond established patterns creates possibility for connection that serves both people's current needs rather than maintaining outdated dynamics. Sacred wisdom shows relationship transformation stages. Initial awkwardness as new interaction styles emerge. Gradual comfort with more authentic exchange. Eventually, mutual appreciation for the evolved connection. These developmental phases require patience and persistence. Type, I transform our bond as family understanding reveals shifting perspective needs. Seeing her as complete person rather than primarily mother. Recognizing her as someone navigating her own life journey simultaneously with yours. Appreciating her specific personhood beyond her functional role. These perception shifts fundamentally alter interaction quality. Through compassionate insight, new conversation territories become accessible. Topics previously considered too personal. Emotions formerly deemed inappropriate to share. Perspectives once thought too challenging to express. These expanded communication areas enrich relationship depth. Living wisdom shows reciprocal growth benefits. Your willingness to see her completely allows her greater authenticity. Her increased openness permits deeper connection. Your mutual evolution creates relationship continuously relevant to current life stages rather than frozen in past dynamics. Perfect understanding illuminates relationship flexibility needs. Sometimes traditional parent-child interaction serves the moment. Other times, friend-like exchange better fits the situation. Occasionally, role reversal where you provide support becomes appropriate. These flexible dynamics honor the relationship's evolving nature. Beyond specific interaction patterns, fundamental appreciation deepens. Recognizing her unique journey including its difficulties. Valuing her personhood separate from her function. Honoring her continued growth alongside your own. These awareness shifts permanently elevate connection quality. Cosmic revelation reaches its peak now. The most profound truth about your mother and your relationship emerges with crystal clarity. Sacred understanding shows your ultimate connection purpose. Beyond daily interactions, your relationship serves soul growth for both people through its unique challenges and gifts. Type I embrace our truth as family wisdom reveals perfect next steps. Start with small acknowledgments of what you've noticed without demanding explanation. Create space for her feelings without trying to fix them. Offer authentic presence without agenda or expectation. Through compassionate sight, perfect divine timing appears. Every interaction leading to this awareness served essential preparation. Nothing was wasted or unnecessary. All experiences contributed perfectly to this potential healing moment. Living wisdom culminates in profound simplicity. Your connection requires no elaborate techniques or dramatic interventions. Simply seeing her completely begins the transformation process. Perfect insight reveals eternal connection beyond current difficulties. Your bond transcends temporary patterns, continuing to evolve through mutual growth and increasing understanding. Ultimate healing activation occurs now. All revealed wisdom integrates into your awareness, permanently altering your perception of your mother and your relationship. Divine compassion infuses your understanding. Every revealed truth catalyzes transformation at the deepest levels of your family connection. Receive the ultimate blessing of complete family healing. Compassionate wisdom guides your relationship constantly. Perfect understanding illuminates each interaction eternally. Your connection transforms through the power of simply seeing her tears.